live carefree, man. I mean, not saying don't care, but live carefree. You know what I'm saying?
Care about the things that are gonna benefit you. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I care about my family. I care about my dog. I don't care about what the person's doing across the road that looks stupid.
Exactly.
My favorite.
There's negative Nancy again on the damn porch. There she is again.
Smoking her cigarette, just screaming at everybody.
Wonder what she's having for dinner tonight. I don't care.
No, and like my favorite analogy I have is like I have a bucket, and you can only fill that bucket with so many things.
Right, DJ.
So like I fill it with family, I fill it with work, I fill it with streaming. You know what I mean? Like I get to prioritize what you put into your bucket.
No complaints,
No complaints. I'd love to hear it, bro.
Just gonna say, man, I appreciate you having me on the podcast, man. This is dope. I've been in your stream, so I know what you're about, what you stand for and everything. So this is real dope. The fact that I don't know what questions are coming from me, chat, is amazing.
I don't know what questions are gonna be hitting him, so this is gonna be amazing.
Hey, no doubt.
No, I'm just kidding.
The tab clip.
So before we get going, I want to start by saying, I'm gonna throw some questions at you. If there's something you don't want to talk about, or if it's fresh, or don't feel like you have to answer it, you won't hurt my feelings by saying no. It's just I'm asking the questions, and if you don't want to talk about it, no hard feelings.
Right on.
It's just some of the stuff can be, kind of hard hitting, right?
I'm an open book for the most part. I'm
just
telling there's about the time.
Yeah, bro. No worries, man. No worries. So the first question I like to ask is, how are you? And not like the how are you would ask Joe Blow at the grocery store, right? Like how are things going for you, man?
Yo, man, I'm blessed. No complaints, man. Life is moving. I'm over a year out now out of the military. So that was a big, should I say, acclimation point to converting over to the civilian life. But transition was awesome. No complaints. I had a lot of experienced people that have been through it to walk me through that process. So yeah, no complaints, man. Life is good. Kids are growing. My son, all of them are just good, man. So I have one follow in my footsteps. He just recently got out the army.
Let's go.
Actually making six figures already.
Let's go.
Intel guy, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Two in school, and then I got a young athlete coming up. That's you're probably gonna be hearing about him.
Awesome.
If everything goes right, you guys will probably be hearing about the kid. He's 14. He's a monster already. He just finished 25th nationally at the Adidas Nationals track meet. He finished 25th in the nation, man.
Yes,
he just
sir.
started running track this year, but his primary sport's football. So,
love it.
And he plays basketball. So, yo, I have no complaints, man. Work is good. The wife's good. We're all good, man. So
that's amazing.
I could ask you the same question, though, sir.
No, I appreciate that. Thank you. I'm vibing, man. I'm in a job where I work for a supplement retailer head office. Everybody I work for and with they're amazing. Before this job, I worked some questionable jobs, and it makes the days difficult, right? So working in a job that you enjoy. You don't mind getting up at 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning to go do it. Makes a big difference, right? And I mean, also having probably the best wife on the planet makes all of that 10 times better, even if you are working in a job that is not great. So I'm vibing, man. I'm vibing. We recently made the decision. I don't know if you know or if you're totally up to date, but we were going through the IVF journey.
Yes,
we've been on this road since we got married, and that'll be 4 years this August. So it's been like a 4-year battle of just constantly dealing with the healthcare system. So, we're taking the summer and we're saying we're not going to worry about it. We're going to take time for each other. We're going to be present. We're going to be married because we haven't been husband and wife, really. Right? So we're just going to take the summer, do stuff for us. And then, wintertime, we'll kick her back into high gear again.
So I look at things like, man, like your situation, man. And for me, I just look at it with the open eyes, open, you know what I'm saying? Like, for me, for you guys going through that journey, I just say, like you said, you're doing, just taking a day at a time. And that's all you can do, man. Eyes wide open, right?
100%.
Eyes wide open. Yo, when you least expect it, yo, you'll be blessed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I tell everybody, man, don't rush your blessings, dog. Like, I'm not preaching religion into you guys either. I'm just a faithful guy, man. I'm a humble dude, come from humble beginnings. So, hey, when the time is right, yo, it'll pop, and
100%.
It'll be the best time of your life. You know, 100%. So, let's go.
And you know what? We figured that out the hard way.
Welcome in, everybody.
Yeah. Welcome in, Ross. I see you, by the way, lover. But we figured that out the hard way, man, because like you said, we've been slugging, we've been pushing. It's just been a constant fight for the past 4 years, and it was like, we need to take time for us, right? So other than that, man, we're enjoying summer. We're hitting up some local craft breweries. We're just just doing stuff for us, which has been it's been amazing.
Right on.
Yeah.
Hey, gotta love it, right?
Yes, sir. So kind of want to take a little shift here. So you are a part-time content creator. What got you into streaming?
So it's funny that you asked that question, because the person that actually got me into streaming is in the stream right now.
Uh-oh.
So I started streaming during the COVID era. Didn't know I've always been a gamer.
Yep.
But this whole stream thing, didn't know anything about it. Never, I had seen the YouTube creators and whatever else, but like for me, I never got into it. You know what I'm saying? So one day I'm just chilling in my homegirl, Oreo Chronicles. She was one of my soldiers in the army. She's still in the army, squared away. I mean, she had one of the best mentors around, to say.
Yeah.
But no, she's like, yo, you should start streaming. And I was like, what the hell is that? You know what I'm saying? What is streaming? Like, what is that? She's like, yeah, you got to do this, and you're live, and you're goofy as hell. You're hype. Everybody loves you, blah, blah, blah. You should do it. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. Whatever. So I initially started August of 2019.
Right.
Started May of 2019. And I did it a couple times, and then I think Billy Hades had found my stream.
Mm-hmm.
And man, it just popped off. Billy was in there. This is when I initially started Coffee Hour too.
Right.
And I don't know, something just clicked. So that August of 2019 is like when I actually started taking it serious. Got affiliated within a month on Twitch, and then it's all she wrote from there. I literally started in the middle of this room over here. And
right.
If you go to the IG, you can see like pretty much the evolution of the lab, as I call it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's it's Oreo and the homie Last True Soul. That's who got me streaming for the most part.
That's amazing.
So I've liked it ever since. I never really took it full time, whatever. So, but yeah, man. I mean, that's how I started streaming, man. So,
right.
So downhill from there.
Yeah. So you say you were in the military, and you don't have to go into specifics about that, but like the last person I talked to, he was a firefighter, and one of the questions I asked him, I feel like would really apply here, is like, as I say, quote unquote, a man, you're like, we're told to like toughen up, hide those emotions, stuff like that. But with you were in such a crazy industry where you've probably seen some really crazy stuff. What has been something for you that it's just been like a way for you to decompress? Because like, I mean, like, I know for me, and and this is not a comparison at all, by the way, but like stuff happens, you bottle it up, and then eventually that bottle gets too full and then, explodes, right? So for you, was there something for you where you were able to decompress a little bit?
As far as like take the I guess the edge off.
Take the edge off, or
Right.
just like relax, or just
So for me, man, it's just, I mean, family, man. Family helps me decompress. I like to cook. That's my big go-to. I own a bakery as well. So that's one of my big go-tos, man. I like, for me, I don't know how I manage half the time in my day. There's not enough hours in a day to do as much as I do. Um
right.
I coach basketball, I coach football, I coach track, high impact stand up. Let's go.
Yeah.
So I mean, there are so many outlets that I have, and I think for a lot of people in the military, you have to have that outlet for any type of first responders. You have to have an outlet,
Right.
and you got to figure out what that outlet is. So you can't. The times get rough is when you're sitting around doing nothing. You're in your own head. You know what I mean? You're in your own head,
100%.
and everything's just yo.
Yeah.
You got to get out, man. You got to get out there and try to take yourself out that comfort zone that you're in. You know what I'm saying? Take
Mhm.
yourself out of it, and you know what I'm saying? Take
Oh,
yourself out of it. Exactly, Oreo, and firsthand. We've she can attest. We've deployed together. I was her first deployment, in charge of her. So you have to take yourself out of comfort zone, man. Keep yourself busy. Find what you love to do, and do it.
yeah.
And if you need to talk to somebody, definitely talk to somebody, man. Like, I came in the army at a time where everybody was a hard ass.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? That's when I came in. So everybody was a hard ass. Hey, whether you're hurt or not, you're gonna finish. You know what I'm saying? The army's not built like that anymore. So these kids are breaking a lot easier. You know what I'm saying? So you have to, um, as a leader in the army, or as a leader in the first responder field, you got to come up with creative ways to keep your the people under your peers busy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Keep them out of their head. Keep them on that right path, because it's so easy to get sidetracked and go down the wrong road. You know what I'm saying? So
100%. Yeah.
yeah.
As a kid, and I speak for myself, like as a kid, you always have that image of what it means to be a man, whether if it's like your dad is a blue collar guy, hands always dirty, or you watch the movies and you see this guy, it's just like, wow, like what was it for you as a kid to be a man?
So for me, man, like I said, I come from humble beginnings, man. So
Mm-hmm.
my biological father, I don't even have a relationship with, man. My father is dead and buried. God rest his soul. You know what I'm
I'm sorry
saying?
to hear that.
He raised me. He raised me to be the man that I am today. So for me, just seeing what he did, like, there was no, like, if I said I wanted this, he was gonna figure out a way to get it. Or if my mom needed this, or my brother needed this, my brothers needed whatever, he was gonna figure out a way to get it.
Right.
So for me, it's just being there to provide, providing that love, providing that insight. Don't be afraid to talk to your kids, yo, for real. Like,
Yeah.
in today's society, especially, you cannot be afraid to have a conversation with your kids, a straight up conversation. And people think, well, they're not old enough. That there is no age limit on when you need to start talking to your kids, people. I'm letting you know now. There's no
I'm
age limit.
I'm not a father, but it surprises me to this day how smart kids are. Like just
Facts,
talk
bro.
to, like, my sister has a couple
Like they've been here
kids or
before.
friends, right? Like it's like they know more than I do, man. It is insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no,
Hey,
100%.
welcome in everybody that's coming in too. But
Yeah,
yeah, you can't be afraid to talk to your kids, man. Guide them down that path, man. Teach them those hard lessons. Like for me, my thing was raising all my boys. I got 4 boys. My thing was they all got punched in the chest at one time or
right.
another. It was probably around the age of 9, probably. You know what I'm saying? I had to put the fear of God in them. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I mean, but they've all turned out. You know what I'm saying? Of course, they're kids. They're gonna have that moment where they do something stupid. I mean, it's a
100%,
but
100%.
it's how they recover, how they bounce back, what they learn from what they did stupid is
Mm-hmm.
what will define them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So,
yeah. And you know what's funny is I see it in everything, whether you want to look at sports, gaming, or even just in life in general, is how like, and this is a huge generalization, so like don't take it for what you will, but like how some kids, if they lose at something, they get so upset, they freak out, bro. But like when really there's a huge lesson there. It's almost better to lose at something than it is to win, because you know how to better yourself.
Yeah, you have to suffer defeat in order to learn from it. So my youngest son, the athlete, like ZK used to, man, if he missed a tackle or if he didn't get around the edge to make the touchdown, he would destroy himself.
Yeah.
And it took him a long time to understand, like, bro, I used to tell him, you got to go through this to get to where you're going, right? So, and like I tell everybody in life, you have to go through something to get to where you're going. So don't fret on setbacks. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Don't fret on setbacks. You have to go through something to get to where you're going at. So, when you have a setback, it's just a setback. It's not a permanent thing. The only way it's going to be a setback is if you allow it to be a setback.
100%.
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
So I mean, you got to take the punches, man. You got to take the punches and keep it moving.
Yeah, and a prime example of this is like, look at like professional skateboarders. Think of how many bones or sprains or whatever they've had in their career, but you don't see those. You see their accomplishments.
Facts. Anybody out here doing extreme sports? Facts.
Oh God, I would never do it. So you mentioned what you thought it was to be a man as a kid. Has that changed? That definition changed for you at all now as an adult, or do you still feel the same way?
I'm the same way, man. All my kids are spoiled, and that's probably the problem. They're all spoiled.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I gave them anything that I could never possibly want. They got. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I honestly think that's the problem with all of our kids these days. We've given them everything that we never had. So it pretty much creates a source of entitlement. You know what I'm saying? Because we've allowed them to be entitled. So I think that's the issue, like pretty much going on in society today. It's our generation that allowed this. So we just have to, buckle down, you know what I'm saying? Go back to the basics. And, keep it moving, man. You know what I'm saying? So, but I mean, at the end of the day, I think we'll be fine as a people. And I say people because I mean everybody. We just have to do the things that we know we need to do. You know what I'm saying?
100%. So, and you know what's interesting too? Just a random thought is like, me and my wife were talking about this not that long ago. Is like, say 5 years ago, you were to go to, I don't know, any place of work, and there was a kid working, and just like almost the attitude of the kid was just like, I don't want to be here, I don't care. Right. But now, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just where I'm at, but it seems like kids actually give a damn now. Like as simple as going to the McDonald's. There's a smile on their face. They're actually super polite. Hell, they make me laugh a few times, and it makes me actually enjoy my experience out there at a goddamn McDonald's. But like, I don't know what it is. It just seems like in the past year, there's been a huge shift.
Yeah. You see that, man. But then, like for me, man, I hate when I go to a store. I try to speak to everybody. Like if I pass you now, hey, how you doing? How's your day?
Yep.
But it burns me up. Like literally burns me up when you walk down or you walk by somebody in the hallway at work and you just speak and they say absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Like, damn, bro, who pissed in your Cheerios?
Yeah.
I'm giving you the polite greeting of the day and you say nothing. Like, who pissed in your Cheerios, bro?
Right.
Like, it wasn't me. You know what I'm
100%.
saying? So I think that I think we need to get back to that too, man.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? Like, politeness. Like, what happened to the wherever, you know what I'm saying, like cheers and shit, man. You want to go where everybody knows your name, or you know,
that's right.
Like, you know, like we're like why is everybody so angry all the time?
Yeah, that's
Yo,
like
smile.
I was
Smile, people. Like, you never know what your smile could do for somebody, and that's so real.
100%.
You never know.
Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah, that was like I was in somebody else's channel the other day, and they mentioned how somebody got food delivered to them and they weren't sure if they should have it or not. And I was thinking, like, think about 20 years ago, how like your next door neighbor would just drop off a casserole, or drop off something, right? And you just ate it, no big deal. But now you're like, what did this person do to the food?
Right.
What's wrong with it? It's just like the thought process has changed so much. It's crazy.
It is, man. Like when my niece passed back in 2016, God rest her soul.
Jesus.
Yeah, she
Sorry, man.
She had a rare childhood cancer called neuroblastoma. And it only affects kids 1 to 5.
Wow.
But I say that to say this. There was so much food in the house, like we had to tell people to stop bringing food.
Is that right?
Because that was like everybody's dropping by. People that didn't even know the family dropping off fucking food. It was fun. It was phenomenal. But when I seen that, I was like, well, maybe there is a chance for humanity. Maybe we do have a pulse out here still. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. I mean, we're in bad times, but at the same time, I think we're on a turnover. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
I think we're starting to head back in the right direction. So,
100%.
I mean, we'll see, man. Just you as a person. I mean, hey, smile, speak, talk. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with conversation. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
If you see somebody having a bad day, hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I go out of my way to speak to people sometimes. Like, just
100%.
because you just read people. So you know what I'm saying? I can just read people. So yeah, man. Just
be friendly.
Yeah,
essentially.
Man,
yeah. So my next question is, like, you remember being younger and like you might be a little upset about something to say, oh, man up. You know what I mean? Like, was there ever a time where you had to quote unquote man up when you didn't want to?
As a kid?
Yeah, is kid, adult, it doesn't matter, whichever comes to mind.
I mean, yeah, man, for real. Like, so take care of TG. So probably the hardest time ever, man, is when I was deployed and I lost a soldier. The kid actually took his life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like I said, I came up in a time where everybody had to be hard. Like deployments. This was this kid's first deployment, man. So, this is when mental health wasn't a big deal per se, or we blew shit off per se. So, this kid, man, all the signs were there, but we missed him. And I was the platoon sergeant at the time, which is the top guy in that platoon. And then I had my section sergeants or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
They're consulting me, write the kid up. He's been late. He's not where he's supposed to be. We're deployed, so everybody needs to be accountable. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But the kid wasn't cleaning his hooch up. He wasn't doing this. He wasn't doing that. But all the signs were there, but we missed him. This kid literally locked himself in a. He locked himself in his commo. He was commo, and he shot himself square in the chest, man. So for me, that was a rough period, man. Like, but it was also a light bulb that went on. Like, yo, we need to start paying attention to every single thing. If
100%.
you like the slightest signs, man, yo, and for a period of time, suicide was a big thing in the military period across all forces. So, just pay attention to signs, man. And I think that's one moment where I had to like man up and scarf my pride down. I was like, yo, like I owned this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I owned it. So I mean, it is what it is. That kid lives on. Yeah, that was a rough period, man. So I take mental health really serious.
100%, man. 100%. Well, I mean, like that's a great example of it, and I think some ways to even help with that is like kind of come back to what we were talking about before. It's just like be friendly with somebody. Oh, make them smile. You know, that could literally make the difference in the run of a day.
Facts, bro. Facts. Yeah. Big facts.
So on the topic of being helpful, and well, we can even tie it into this story, or we can bring it up to something else. But like, if you see somebody having a hard time, what are some ways that somebody can be helpful for that person? Because like, I don't know how many times like I've seen somebody having a hard time, and you just try to talk to them, right? And it's just like, it just doesn't seem like you're saying the right thing. Like, you're not trying to, you know, blow smoke up this person's rear end, but it's just like, God, like, I wish I could help you. Like, what are some other ways maybe we could help those people in that time?
So, man, like even for me, man, the last couple of years in the Army, I just started seeing a counselor, like a therapist or whatever, bi-weekly. And what it did was put things in perspective for me. It let me vent. Like, I had a real anger issue, like irritation. Like, I have PTSD. My PTSD, however, isn't what most people think. PTSD comes in many forms, people. So my PTSD is anxiety, anger, irritation. Like, I can go from 0 to 60, boom, like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I seen it. My wife seen it. Kids seen it. Like, they see it. Like, yo, what's up with that or whatever. So that's when I knew, like, let me take a step back. Yeah. Yo, you can't be afraid to go talk to somebody or go see a therapist, or hell, just if you don't want to do that, talk to one of your friends. Talk to somebody 100%. Talk to somebody that may have been in the same position that you've been in. You know what I'm saying? To kind of put things in perspective for you. But don't try to go at it alone, because that's when things get worse. That's 100%. When, you know what I'm saying? And I got a lot of people are closed off. You know what I'm saying? They don't like, they're introverts, you know what I'm saying? But even an introvert can talk. There's always somebody you can talk to. Always. You can't get me to believe there's not. You know what I'm saying? And hell, the stranger that you don't know might be the person you need to talk to. You know what I'm saying?
100%. 100%.
You know?
Yeah. I remember there was once I was working this job. I don't know, I think I might have been 16 at the time. And I was on lunch break or whatever. I was just outside. I was just, you know, just taking a minute, right? It was a retail job as a 16-year-old. It was just one of those days where it's just like I wasn't having a great day. And I'll never forget, there was this person, never seen him before in my life, never spoke to him, I couldn't even tell you what he looked like today. But he came up to me and said, "Hey, bro, you okay, man?" I said, and it caught me off guard, right? I was like, "What?" Right. I was like, "What?" He goes, "You okay? You just, you know, do you want to talk about it?" I'm like, no, man, I'm good. It's just, you know, one of those days. I'll get through. He goes, "Okay, well, I mean, if you want to talk, let me know." Like, you know what I mean? A complete stranger. But I was like, God,
that guy left a lasting impression, because you remember that shit to this day.
16 years, like
exactly
14 years ago, or years later, I'm still thinking about it. Yeah.
So that guy left a lasting impression, man.
100%.
That's what I say, man. You never know how you affect people's lives ever. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, hey, why not? Right? Why not, chat?
100%.
Why not?
100%.
You know.
So, in your streaming career, what has been the biggest benefit for you? Kind of changing gears a little bit, but
for me thus far, man, it's just meeting amazing people, bro. Like, from Twitch down to Kick, I have met some amazing people. And, you know, I've met some characters. I met some shady people. I've met, you know what I'm saying? Like, for me, man, I always like to sit back and evaluate. Like, like the biggest mistake I made probably when I started streaming was going all in on people off the rip, like supporting this one, supporting that one, dropping thousands of dollars on fucking people, just throughout or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But then I had to realize, like, I had to take a step back, and just start watching, you know what I'm saying? Start seeing, like, yo, who's around, who's not around, who's doing this, who's doing that, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not taking anything away from big streamers, and I just spoke on this not too long ago. I'm not taking anything away from big streamers, but why go out and waste thousands of dollars on this big streamer that's never even been in your stream? Doesn't even, you know what I'm saying, acknowledge you when you come in the stream. Like, why?
100%, bro.
Why not support these small streamers out here support them because they're supporting you. Do you imagine how strong us as small streamers would be if we all just supported each other?
Oh my God, it'd be unstoppable.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So I just encourage people to look at that. I encourage people. I'm not telling you what to do with your money. Please don't misunderstand.
Yeah.
Me. But what I am telling you is, thank you, Ross. but I am saying just play close attention to who's in your corner and who's not.
100%. 100%.
That's all I'm saying.
And a simple test of this is you don't even have to go into money. Just go drop a follow in somebody's channel who has, I don't know, like let's say 500 viewers or plus. Go drop a follow there, see what happens. Versus go drop a follow to somebody who maybe has 10 viewers or 5 viewers.
And they acknowledge you off the rip.
100%. 100%.
Acknowledge you off the rip. You know what I'm saying? Like straight up, acknowledge you off the rip.
Mm-hmm.
Straight up. There's probably only a couple of like partner streamers that I actually sub to consistently, and whatever. They're personable. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. So do I.
Personable. You know what I'm saying? So like for me, like I said, I was supporting so many people, but it was like, yo, where's the support when I need it? Like, you know what I'm saying? That's why I call myself the most underrated stream on whatever platform I'm on. I just do.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
and you live up to it, man.
But like I said, like for me, it's not about subs and everything else. Like for me, because this isn't my well-being, my soul well-being. So I do this for fun. I do this because I love being around you guys. I love being around my community, meeting new people, and just bringing people into the fold. So I mean, so it's about like Mountain Girls in here. She's like one of the A1 day ones. You know what I'm saying? Then Ross. Everybody knows Ross.
Everybody knows Ross. Yeah.
Homie. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knows Ross.
So it's like the show. Everybody loves Raymond. Everybody hates Ross.
But you know what I'm saying? But the difference is with Ross, he acknowledges everybody that comes in.
Yes, he does.
He's personable. You know what I'm saying? He's a partner streamer, of course. We know he's partnered on many things, but he still acknowledges the community. You know what I'm saying? So when you're trying to figure out, yo, why ain't I growing, or why ain't I doing this, or why ain't I going there? Hey, try to think about it. Revamp, refocus, redirect your energy. You know what I'm saying? And hey, it'll come to you, man. Like for real. I've been doing this shit for what? I guess 2019 till now, and a lot of people are like, why aren't you partnered yet? Blah blah blah. I don't know. I really can't answer that question for you. Yeah. But I'm not gonna stop doing what I'm doing. I'm gonna continue to be me. My time will come. That's how I look at it. And like I told you earlier, when it's my time, it'll be my time. You know. So
yeah. And you know what though? I think it's because like that's not your focus. Your focus isn't getting that check mark. Your focus is just being present, which I think is more valuable than the check mark, in my opinion.
Facts, bro. Facts.
Yeah. And I mean, man. Like,
I just like being there. Like, if I can give you advice, man, hey, by all means, I'm gonna give you advice. I mean, y'all know I'm a hype guy, but I have a tangent sometimes where I just go off on a wild ass tangent, and you're like, what? How do we shift gears that quick? But I'm just dropping little seeds, man. Little seeds that grow. You know what I'm saying? Just things for you to think about, like back in the day with A Living Color, things that make you go,
That's right. Yeah. 100%. So, kind of like
welcome in, Reaver.
Kind of like one thing I would like to ask, and I try to ask everybody, is if there was one narrative around, again, I use quotation marks, as being that stereotypical man that you would change, what would that narrative be?
Being tough.
Yes.
Everybody thinks because you're a man you have to be tough.
Yeah.
Why? Why? Men have sensitive sides. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Just be a humble, genuine person, man. This whole tough guy thing, man, that shit's out. That was like when I was growing up as a kid. I'm 45, people. That was like when I was growing up as a kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you can be a tough guy but still be soft. You know what
100%.
Soft. You know
100%.
Soft.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But no, man, you just try to understand other people's emotions. Try to try to understand where they're coming from. And that way you can help them, you can assist them in whatever, you know what I'm saying, whatever they might need. So
Yeah, 100%. I remember that, and this kind of ties into my other question before about having to like man up or whatever. But this would have been this would have been like 7 years ago. My father got diagnosed with cancer. He's all good now. He got through it, got through his treatments and everything, which is great.
Hell yeah.
But he owns and manages a restoration company. So like if there's a house with a fire or flood, they would go in, fix it up, clean up so the homeowner can go back in. And I was working for him at the time. And at the time, I was just kind of starting to, you know, get into a little bit of the management side, project management, doing estimates and stuff like that. Right. And when he got diagnosed, I had to step up and basically run the company because he had to do his treatments throughout the whole summer. Now, he still had a foot in the door. Like, I think he came in once a week for like the first half of it until the treatments became really crazy. But like he was still present. Like I wasn't 100% running the company, but like I was the face of the company. And the tough part about that is while I was there around my employees, around homeowners, insurance adjusters, I couldn't have that soft side. You know what I mean? Like I couldn't show that. And that was probably my own, you know, look on it. Like I had to be tough. I had to show like that what I was going through wasn't affecting the company.
Right.
Now, mind you,
you had to put up the facade.
100%. I had to put on a mask.
Business is a little different in that aspect because people would tend to take advantage and play on that.
100%.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So in business, you kind of have to be a little more stern. You kind of have to put that facade on where nothing's bothering you type ordeal because you're not the guy. Your dad's the guy, but you're here filling in for you. Oh, I'm about to take advantage of this guy right here. He's a slug. You know what I'm saying? So it's a little different in that aspect. You know what I'm saying? So I completely understand that.
Yeah. And I gotta say, like, you know, like we weren't married at the time, but my wife, if it wasn't for her, like I don't know how I would have gotten through that because there were days where like I couldn't go the whole day with wearing that mask. I had to, you know, we met up for lunch and I had to take it off for a bit because like it's so draining putting on this facade.
right.
It's so draining. So like, couldn't have done it without her.
Shout out to the wife.
Yeah, cold-blooded. Thank you so much for the host. I appreciate you to death. By the way, chat, my alerts are off, so I see your guys' all the love and support happening. I appreciate you. I'm going to acknowledge you guys at the end. I just got her all shut off for for the recording. And if there's any questions you guys want to ask us, please throw it up in chat, and we'll discuss it. So let me see here.
Yeah, by all means, if you got any questions,
Yeah. Cold-blooded, love you to death. Thank you so much. Clipzilla beep. Thank you. Clip's gonna be my alerts for the stream, I guess.
He's in here with the beep too.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh, cold-blooded. Thank you. You don't have to do that. I appreciate you to death.
Facts, you can ditch 300 pounds and still listen to Taylor Swift at the same time. Yo, facts. I do it. Big facts, Reaver. Big facts.
I love that. You know
what I'm saying? Hey, in there. Shut up. Hey, you know what I'm saying?
Listen.
You know what I'm saying? Ross, I know you do, Ross. I know you do. Don't tell me you don't, Ross.
Oh, 100%.
Boy, George putting up 500 and 600 pounds, Ross. Come me. You know what I'm saying, Ross? I can see it.
Listen, if nobody dances to that song, there's something wrong with them.
Yeah, facts, bro. You can't help it. It's like
such a good song.
Catchy gig, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I that's kind of all the questions I had. Was there anything else around men's health or streaming or you know that realm?
Like I'm big into health, man. I'm big into helping people that want to be helped get healthy. So by all means, like right now, as a matter of fact, Reaver, Mackie, Rena be gaming. They're all on one of my plans right now. So I'm big into that, man. Yo, you gotta take care of your body. You got to, man. It's you only get
100%.
one. You only get one. It's your temple. Stop forcing a whole bunch of crap in it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And yo, take care of it. You know what I'm saying? It's your temple, so
100%.
you got to take care of it. Definitely. Yeah. Ross, you already know the vibes, bro.
Ross, thank you so much, bro. Listen, I'm gonna hit you up in the DMs, and I don't want a 48-hour wait for a response. Okay. So. I'm straight up calling you. That's all there is.
Yeah. Hey, Ross, don't be scared, bro.
Don't be scared. Listen. It's okay. We'll hug afterwards. We're gonna hug and snuggle. You know, we'll be all right.
Ross, don't be scared.
Yeah.
And remember, you do all this stuff. You do all this stuff. Ross, don't be scared, bro. Ross, just stand up.
He says,
Ross, just stand up. Put your big boy pants on, and answer the message with the tongue out.
32 hours, take it or leave it. No, 32 minutes at most. Sorry, Ross. Not sorry. Just gonna call him out on it.
Oh man.
Anyways,
I got a question.
Yeah, go for it.
So, what made you start this podcast?
So when I got, I don't want to say diagnosed. That sounds extreme, but when I found out that I was going through some, infertility stuff. It was such a shock, man. Like honestly, like you see all of these communities and influencers on social media for like female infertility and stuff like that, which is fantastic. Like don't get me wrong, I love that. But like when I found out, I felt so isolated, man. Like honestly, like I thought I was hit with this rare thing that was just never going to be fixed and there was no information on it, when really it's not true. It's just that nobody's talking about it.
Gotcha.
Nobody's talking about it. So I wanted to be that guy, like let's start talking about these things here, because like they need to be talked about.
Yeah.
And then I started on that whole men's health path, what was it, a little over a year ago. And then another thing I noticed is that there's a couple podcasts out there around men's health. Like right. I think the Man Enough podcast is one, which is a really good one. I recommend people check out. But like there really wasn't anything in this realm, and I thought, well, like why not, right? Like there's some amazing people who stream, like you, like Rossberger, like the Daily Dad, who I talked to a couple of weeks ago. Like there's some amazing people out here who have some great perspective on these things.
Podcast, by the way, if you guys haven't seen it.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. But like, there's some great people out here that have great perspective on these things. So like, why not sit down and have a conversation with this stuff? Because God knows somebody might be going through this exact thing and they don't know what to do, or they don't know who to talk to.
Nowhere to go. Don't know what to do. Just stuck on themselves. So yo, I respect that, man. I respect the fact that you're shining light on it. And getting it out here to men that are having the same issues and that are pretty much afraid to talk about it or address it.
I appreciate it.
Makes total sense why you're doing it. But yeah, I mean, like people, I equate it up to fitness as well, man. It's like some people are just afraid to step out. Well, I can't do it. You already know my thing. There's no such thing as can't. We don't say that around here. We don't say that in the HMG, ALG family. We don't say that. Yeah. There's no such thing as can't. Anything you put your mind to, you can achieve. And that goes with anything. That goes, I mean, life is ever evolving. Life is ever changing. You learn something in life every day. I don't care how old you are. You learn something new every day.
100%.
All right. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't, then I don't know what to tell you. Something's wrong with you.
You're not putting yourself out there. You're not making yourself uncomfortable to
exactly.
Experience that.
So the average human learns something every single day. So you got to take the steps, man. If there's something you don't know, do the research. You know what I'm saying? Do the research. And like, yo, okay, let me do this.
Yeah.
I mean, like we take the time to research shit for a game that's coming out or something for our streams, right? Why not take time to research stuff for your own health?
100%, man.
You know what I'm
100%.
saying?
Yeah.
So hey, you know, hey, take the time. I got certified in health a long time for CrossFit HIIT were like my first two certifications. And hey, you learn so much in those type classes. You're like, damn, I didn't know that. I didn't know this. I didn't know that. So hey, why not, man? I just work out for fun now. You know what I'm saying? I don't take on personal training anymore. But like if you need something, by all means, hit me up, man. I can draw you up a program. I mean, it's nothing. Just hit me up. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I might be in your DMs.
Yeah. Remember when you're doing these workouts, man. Remember your body learns. Your body learns. All right. So you get to a point where you're going to hit a wall. Why ain't I losing weight no more? Why ain't I, gaining mass anymore? Because your body learns. You're doing the same routine.
Yep.
So you have to switch it up. You got to shock the body back in like, oh, wait, this is different. This is different. And it's no matter if you just take the same workout and flip it around on certain days. You know what I'm saying? You're shocking the body still. Wait, I'm supposed to be doing this later this week, not today. Wait, what is going on?
Yeah.
Muscles wake up. You know what I'm saying? Metabolism wakes up. Boom. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I recommend for people that are trying to lose weight, I do recommend intermittent fasting. I do it every other month myself, where pretty much I only eat between certain hours. The key though is you have to figure out what's the best time for you. Like for me, I'm not a big breakfast eater. So breakfast for me was like the best time. So I would literally go from 6 to 11 a.m. before I ate again. So I'd stop eating after 6 p.m. and I won't eat anything up until after 11 a.m. And that worked. That worked for me.
Right.
You might not do it as long as I did starting off. So you have to figure out, like, it could be 6, 9, whatever. Figure out the hours that you can sustain without just eating anything, just having water or coffee. You know what I'm saying? You got to figure it out. Take a look at your sugar intake. You know what I'm saying? Take a look at how much sugar you're intaking on a daily basis, how many calories you're eating. I think the biggest problem in society today when it comes to fitness with people and the way they eat is gluttony. Like there's no portion control. You know what I'm saying? Why eat until you're bloated and can't eat no more? You know what I'm saying? Don't eat like it's Thanksgiving every day, people. When you eat a meal, okay? You know what I'm saying?
You caught me in 4K.
Yeah. And like I think I don't know. It's a lot harder for people that have that sweet tooth. It's a lot harder. Like for me, I don't have a sweet tooth, man. I like literally I have to have something. I'm not that guy. Like every now and then I'll have something sweet or you know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying, or snack. But I mean, I think a lot of people just tend to sit around and snack, like because they're bored. And that goes back to what we talked about earlier. Yo, get out. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Figure out what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? So, just the fitness journey is real, man. Just your health in general is a big thing, man. We're losing people way too early nowadays, like way too early. We're losing a lot of young people way too early.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? Just look at it, man. I mean, let's figure out how all these people that are like 99 and 106, what do they do? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're out there. You know what I'm saying? Still looking like they're in their 50s. It's crazy.
Yeah, 100%.
It's crazy.
I remember watching a video. It was like of this lady. She was she was like 102, and the reporter asked her like, what's your secret? She goes, stay away from men and drink a glass of red wine every night.
I ain't mad at her, bro.
No, I ain't either.
Hey, look, man. One of my friend's grandmothers, man, she's like 94, dog. She'll be dancing. She'll be cutting the rug the whole nine.
I love it. Yeah.
Wow. Like she's so like I don't see her leaving here anytime soon, man. Like real talk.
That's awesome.
You know what I'm saying? My grandmother passed when she was 92. God rest her soul. And you know what I'm saying? Hey, she fulfilled her life. She fulfilled it. Hey, Tears, how we doing, man? We're on the Virtually Unplugged podcast, brother. Hope you're well. But you just got to take a look, man. You just got to look like, man, how are they doing it? Hell, look at Betty White, bro.
Oh my God, a pure example.
look at Betty White, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Betty White. Focuses health in general, just health, and just overall, well-being. There were multiple questions though, Tears. This podcast will be posted on YouTube when
Wednesday evening-ish.
Wednesday of next week. So check it out, man. Go follow BRN Audio. Can I get a shout out for BRN Audio, please?
Thank you.
So, but let's look at Betty White, man. Like she died right before her 100th birthday, I think.
Or something. Yeah, I think she was 99.
Literally, her birthday was like a week later.
Yeah.
That is insane to me, man. But she lived life to the fullest, man. She lived life just based off laughter.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep. And she was always making people laugh. Yeah, always.
Making everybody else laugh. You know what I'm saying? So, yo, you can't tell me, laughing is good, man. Like, that's why I just love to have a good time, man.
Mm-hmm.
I love to have a good time. It's rare that I'm pissed off. It's rare, chat.
Same.
It's rare that I'm pissed off. You'll know when I'm pissed off, though, but it's rare.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
my way of looking at that, though, is just like, I don't see, like, don't get me wrong. Granted, there are definitely opportunities where you need to be upset, you need to be angry, but like most of the time, to me, it's just like, what's the point? Like, move on, have a good time with it, type thing.
Let me tell you one of the biggest killers, chat. Stress will fucking bury you faster than anything in this world. Stress will bury you. I promise you.
And like physically, it can mess you up. Like you lose hair.
It just destroys you from the inside out. I encourage people, find that outlet.
Mm-hmm.
Stress will kill you. I have literally seen people go from a full head of black hair or whatever color hair to fully gray in less than a year because of stress. Stress is eating their ass up. It's just eating them up. Me personally, I refuse to stress about anything. And people, it may come off as I don't care but that's not the issue. It's just that I refuse to worry myself about something especially for something I can't control. That's number one. If I can't control it, why am I stressing about it?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Why? You know what I'm saying? I refuse to bury myself like that. And just overall, like, it's out of my hands. Let it do what it's going to do. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So, I've been down that road. Mm-hmm. Trust me, I've been there. I've been in some dark places, man. Been in some dark places. Almost lost myself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yep. But if it wasn't for people that actually gave a damn about me, I probably would have lost it.
Right.
But I'm telling you, if you need help, get it.
Yes.
There are so many outlets. If you need examples, go into my Discord, into the mental health. Go into the ALG Discord in the mental health section. I have links there. We have links there that you can reach out to people. And if it's not for your area, they will get you to the right area you need to be in your area.
Yeah.
Don't go through anything alone. I'm telling you. There's too many outlets out here.
100%.
Not to get help.
100%. And like one of the things I have built is like in my chat, I have a chat command is also a timer. And it's a link tree, and in that link tree is like there's a bunch of different resources. Like there's blogs you can go to. There's actual websites where you can actually like chat to somebody who is like trained in like certain fields and stuff like that. So like there's tons of places to go. And like I think the important thing too is like, don't feel like you're troubling somebody by talking about these things. Don't feel like you're any less of a human being or any less of a man, let's say it, by going to somebody and talking to them about these things, because like it's only gonna bring you further down.
Facts, bro. Facts. I mean, I'm telling you, man, it's crazy. Everybody says cancer. Nah, chief, it's stress. Stress will kill you.
Yeah.
I've seen it happen, man. I've seen it happen.
Yep.
I've seen it happen. So, find those outlets, man. Help the people that need help. You know what I'm saying? Help them. Like me, it has no place in my life anymore. None. At all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm in the same boat.
At all. So, Hey, I'm not telling everybody you can do it right off the rip like that. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, because I refuse to let. Yeah, facts, bro. Facts. Facts, true. But there are
DJ.
outlets. There are big outlets, man. Just hey, you don't have them. Like I said, uh, Audie has stuff in his Discord for it. I have links in my Discord and the ALG Discord for it.
Mm-hmm.
So don't say you can't find the help you need. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. And I mean, like,
So,
even if that person doesn't have links set up, just ask around. I'm sure somebody knows someone or knows
there's
where
too
to
many people
go.
around for it.
Yeah, right. Like, we love you guys and we want you guys to stick around. You know what I mean?
Yo,
Like, that's
facts. Jay Slay's a big that's what Jay Slay does. He's not in here right now, but Jay Slay Gaming, man. I mean that's his job for veterans. He helps veterans weather the storm. So
uh-huh.
I think I was blessed in that aspect because I had so many and even as people in the armed services, man, yo, like the stuff is readily available right there for us, and we don't take advantage of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's at our disposal for free, and we don't take advantage of it.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's got to be like the stupidest thing ever.
100%.
Like we have it at our disposal, but you will see in so many cases, in so many instances where you have a leader that's not taking care of who they need to take care of or taking care of their people by not getting these kids help.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, this is free.
Oh,
go take advantage of it.
Mm-hmm.
You're not coming out of your pocket. Go take advantage of it. You know what I'm saying? And there's so many other programs, even in the civilian sector, that are free. You don't have to pay for it.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Your taxpayer dollars are paying for it.
American and Canadian too, by the way. Like that, we're not like it's not just one country. Like it's wherever you go. I'm sure there is some form of assistance for you.
Yeah. So I mean, you just gotta want to be helped. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You gotta want to be helped, and I hate to say it that way, but there are some people that just don't want to be helped. They'd
100%.
rather just grovel or wallow in their sorrow. Man, life too short. I don't know about y'all, but I'm gonna live my life to the fullest. I
100%.
promise you that.
Yep.
I only get one, and I'm gonna do what I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So hey,
that's just it. You only get one. You only get one. Yeah.
Live carefree, man. I mean, not saying don't care, but live carefree. You know what I'm saying?
Care about the things that are gonna benefit you. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Like I care about my family. I care about my dog. I don't care about what the person's doing across the road that looks stupid.
Exactly.
My favorite
negative Nancy again on the damn porch. There she is again.
Smoking her cigarette, just screaming at everybody.
Wonder what she's having for dinner tonight. I don't care.
No, and like my favorite analogy I have is like I have a bucket, and you can only fill that bucket with so many things.
Right, DJ.
So like I fill it with family, I fill it with work, I fill it with streaming. You know what I mean? Like I get to prioritize what you put into your bucket.
That's actually pretty dope. You use the bucket, I use the trunk.
The trunk? Okay.
I use the trunk. Oh, yeah, like the floor trunk.
Yeah.
Like what am I putting in my or my backpack? Like what am I throwing in my backpack today? You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
That's a good analogy, man. The Army uses backpack or rucksack. That's what we use. Like, all right, what am I stuffing in my rucksack today? Like what are we doing? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean that's a great analogy, man. For real, I like that.
Thank you.
The bucket's a new one. Hey, pour it out and refill it.
That's right. Yeah. Start over.